If you are looking for the perfect van for retirement, this is it. Today we're going to give you a tour of van build number 52 from our company, Custom Crafted Vans. If you're new to our channel, I'm Sarah. Me and my husband have been building luxury custom camper vans for the last 8 years, and this is our 52nd van build, so pretty cool. This is a 170 extended Sprinter van. It is the 3500 because when you go the extended wheelbase, you really need that extra weight capacity. And you will see in this van, we do have the bed lift system. So especially when you're adding all that extra weight into a van, want to make sure we have the 3500. This is also the all-wheel drive, so you get that nice lifted ride and you don't have to worry about clearance with the rear end. So let's go in for a full tour. So right when you enter the front of the van, the seat does swivel on the passenger side to have a little hangout space here. We do also have a white oak headliner shelf with the wonderful cover. This is really nice because you can unzip it, put your stuff in, and then zip it up and you don't have anything coming out. The other thing at the front of the van, we do have a 200-liter isotherm fridge and freezer. The really nice thing about using this fridge and freezer is that you get an extra really nice countertop. It is a little bit higher than our standard countertop height of 36 inches because we had to fit this big fridge freezer in here, but gives you so much extra space for all of your food. And if you know you love to eat and bring a lot of stuff with you, I think it's a really great choice. Above that, we have an upper cabinet, and on this van we actually did a radiused edge on the ends just to keep it curved. These clients were afraid of hitting their head on the cabinets and didn't want like a sharp corner. I think it turned out beautifully with the white oak cabinetry. We build all of our cabinetry in-house, and I think that these always just turn out so beautiful with the white oak. We use a Rubio finish, so it doesn't yellow it at all, doesn't make it look orange, kind of whitewashes it just a little bit and just looks stunning. So not only did these clients choose the white oak cabinetry, which is just so durable inside a van conversion, you do also have the white oak slat ceiling in this van, and they chose a custom color for their shiplap walls, and we use that same color on the ceiling in between the white oak slats, which I think just made it really cohesive and tied together really nicely. We do have these solid surface Corian countertops. This one is called Rain Streak, I believe, and then the clients sent us this beautiful backsplash to install for them with a gray grout, and I think it just turned out really, really beautiful. Under the sink, we have a little bit of storage. We did also have a Corian countertop insert made. They do have a gray sink as well, which I think just turned out really nicely with the brushed nickel fixtures. In their tile backsplash, we do have an outlet and a timer switch. This is for their water heater. When they want hot water, they can just click whatever, how long they want it to be hot, and then wait about 15 minutes and it'll be nice and hot for them. Now, we didn't build in a cooktop. A lot of people wonder why we don't do this, and it's really up to the client preference. We have done it in the past, but a lot of clients opt for just a induction cooktop that they store away in their drawer, pull it out, plug it in when they need it, and then put it all away. That way you're not taking up the counter space when you're not cooking. In this kitchen, we also have a ton of storage. There are 5 different drawers, beautiful dovetail drawers that pull out for tons of storage. And then the 6th drawer isn't really a drawer down here because the wheel well comes into play, so it's kind of more like a storage cubby. Now moving forward back to the bathroom. This is a little bit different than our standard wet bath because we have the Laveo dry flush toilet. Now, if you're wondering what toilet to put in your van conversion, check out our channel because we actually have a video on that. But this client wanted the Laveo dry flush. It looks beautiful in here, so we did have to make the bathroom a little bit bigger than our standard to fit this toilet in. We have the Palisade vinyl wall tile, making everything nice and waterproof in this van, and then the Nautilus self-cleaning retractable shower door. And again, we brought in that gray shiplap on the ceiling just to tie it in with everything else. Now, at the end of their kitchen, they do have their main light switch, which the lights are on right now, and they are on a dimmer. We also have an outlet, their S-bar diesel heater controller. So this essentially has a thermostat. You can set the temperature you want it to. It can run for infinity, so you can run it all night long. It's super easy to use. And then their water pump switch. On the exterior of the bathroom, we have another light switch here for the light in and their bathroom. Again, it's also on a dimmer. Moving to the back of the van, we have this floor to ceiling cabinet back here that actually has removable and adjustable shelving. They wanted to have functionality if they wanted to bring their golf clubs or something really big to be able to store it in this cabinet. But then if they didn't want to bring that kind of stuff, they could put the shelves back in and have more options for storage. There's also a hanging rod in there so that they could even hang up clothes if they want. So tons of functionality with this. And again, I think that's a really nice thing about building a van custom is you get to customize it for exactly what you want. And we're here to make that happen for our clients. Above that, we have the control panel and switches, as well as the switch to control the Happy Jack bed lift, which we'll go over in a minute. And then below that, again, kind of looks like a drawer, but it's actually more of a storage cubby because our wheel well comes into play. Now moving to the back of the van, we have our dinette space. For reference, I'm 5'6", so I can't quite stand under this bed, which is why we recommend putting a Happy Jack in the rear. Some people see the layout with this in the front, and it just doesn't make sense because your biggest pass through is coming from your front seats to the rear. So not being able to stand up in the front of your van and at the sliding door is a little challenging. But back here we have our dinette space, which turned out amazing. So this still can convert into a bed, and you could create like bunk beds back here if you were traveling with other friends. We do also have a TV back here, and these van windows direct windows that are awning style, so they can open up all the way to the exterior, and then you have a shade and a blackout screen on them. These are a fan favorite of ours and our clients lately. I think they're just really functional to be able to open everything up back here, get a nice breeze flowing, and also have the beautiful views. Around the windows, we did still do our custom white oak window frames. I think our clients love these because it makes the space feel very elevated, still really homey, and just super custom and stunning. So it's as easy as pushing a switch and the bed comes down. And this is really nice for couples that don't want to have to make their bed every night. So I would recommend still removing the table underneath. That way you could lower down the bed even more than we're showing right now to make it easier to climb up there. But it makes it super nice to be able to keep all of your bedding on your bed. You don't have to shift things around all the time. You can just be like, I want to go to bed, and push a button and climb in your bed and go to sleep. So now let's talk about all of the fun exterior things as well as the plumbing and electrical systems in this van.
While this is a custom build, I think that the needs of our clients when they are on the road are all fairly similar. And so for the electrical and the plumbing systems, we have a pretty standard system that we utilize, and those are built into the driver and the passenger benches at the back of the van. I think a lot of people think about those areas and they think that they're going to be for storage, when in reality they really are more of utility closets and utility spaces. So for this electrical system, this van has 810 amp hours of lithium battery from Battle-Born batteries. So they have plenty of power to run their 12-volt air conditioner, run their diesel heater, their fridge, all of the base functions of this van for extended periods of time, and be off-grid and not being relying on an RV park and being plugged into shore power. They also have a 3,000 watt inverter charger, and they have 60 amps of alternator charging off of the alternator with 2 Orion DC to DC chargers. We've also installed a back charging trickle charging system off of the house battery bank that allows us to charge the starter battery of the Sprinter. And then we also have 200 watts of solar up on the roof, so this system charges via solar, alternator charging, and also being plugged into shore power through their shore power plug on the back bumper. Now, for the plumbing system, this van has 33 gallons of fresh water, which again is plenty for 2 people traveling for up to 4 or 5 days, especially as you become more of an experienced van lifer and you get better at conserving your water when you are on the road. It's got a 1.2 gallon water heater, and then we also have a rear outdoor shower that is fed from both the hot water and the cold water, so you can actually take a hot shower outside as well as inside and use the water heater at your sink. So it's designed to be super comfortable, to be off-grid, again, not to be relying on being at a campground for your water and your plumbing hookups or your electrical hookups. So at the back, we do have our standard U-bench here. So this is some extra storage space that we do have built between the 2 benches. We've got their potable fill hose, their outdoor shower valve, extension cord and a toolkit, and this is also where they access and fill their 33-gallon freshwater tank as well. And the shore power plug is located down here on the rear bumper. Again, we do not like cutting in needless holes on the exterior sides of the van. Those are areas that just after a couple years, it never really looks good when you cut that stuff in. Now let's talk about some of the upgrades that we did to the exterior of this van. On the outside of this van, we added the Luminess weekend roof rack. So with this roof rack system, it's the slatted roof rack. So we really like this because it gives you lots of storage options in the future. It also allows you to get up and walk around on the roof rack. So on this roof rack, we've installed the 13-foot Dinette powered awning, which is one of our fan favorites because it allows you to have lots of shade when you are at campgrounds or on BLM land when you're traveling on the road. We also added these aftermarket running boards for accessibility getting in and out of the van, especially on a 4-wheel drive or an all-wheel drive like this van is. It really helps you get in and out. There's a truck bed treatment added to the exterior of this van as well. And we actually swapped out the front grille for this blacked out front grille from Wagon, which is a nice little feature and a good look for these clients as they're on the road. Now, to get to the Luminess roof rack, we also added the Luminess side ladder, their legacy side ladder on the driver's side. And this allows you to easily get up to and access the 128-liter Roam box that we installed on the roof rack. Now, what's great about this is it gives you additional storage for longer items. So things like camping chairs, exterior tables, stuff like that. And again, with the ladder configuration, this is just super easy for our clients to be able to access when they do need to grab that stuff. One of the other features that we added for connectivity was we did install the Starlink Roam Mini on the roof rack as well, kind of back there with their 200 watts of solar so they can have connectivity when they are on the road. And that is an option that a lot of our clients are going with these days. And the final thing that we did for the drive and the ride comfort of this vehicle is we upgraded the rear leaf spring. So we added the Van Compass OptiRate leaf spring, which again got the butt back up to the factory ride height and gave them that extra clearance space at the back of the vehicle. All in all, I'm very excited and pleased with how this van turned out. Can't wait for our clients to pick it up and hit the road for their retirement travels and adventures. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this build in the comments down below. If you are interested in working with us, we are booking out for fall of 2026 right now. So you do have to plan ahead. That's an important part of having a custom van built for sure. But we'll see you guys next time.